Hello, my name is Nicole, and thank you so much for taking the time out to listen. Today, this audio message was requested by Joe Jordan. We're talking about those flying monkeys of the narcissists, okay? Those individuals who protect the malignant narcissists. Pretty much, they are there to give that self-absorbed, selfish individual some strength to be destructive, okay? Well, Joe Jordan, we're going to enlighten our audience a bit on those flying monkeys, those enablers of narcissists. Over on Freedom from Narcissistic and Emotional Abuse.weebly.com /blog/flying-monkeys. The writer defines flying monkeys very well. Basically, the flying monkeys, or the enablers of the narcissist, they are the individuals who are used to do the narcissist's bidding. She or he explains, it's abuse by proxy. Using others to abuse you is an extremely underhanded way to continue the abuse, even after the relationship is over. How many of you all went no contact, right? Or low contact. But yet the abuse continues, and you hear it through the grapevine, usually through the mutual friend, mutual family member, what have you. One of those flying monkeys even, okay? It doesn't matter if the people know they are a flying monkey or not, according to this article. The end result is still the same. The target is left feeling abused by more than just the narcissist. Okay? This particular writer says, looking back on my situation, I have discovered that there have been those who seem to get sick enjoyment out of attacking me. Even now, 6 years post-narc, I come across people who seem to have an air of superiority about them and verbally attack me. Why do they do this? Is it just to bolster their own inflated ego? Is it to push others down? I think it's both. The writer says flying monkeys achieve the narcissist's goal of abuse by proxy by passing along the narcissist's message. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. These enabling narcissists, flying monkeys, they will take whatever the queen bee says, the patriarch, the matriarch, whoever you went no contact, low contact, and will use that information to either draw you back to the narcissist, to keep you distant, to protect their assets that are promised to them. Come on. They feel the need to do this sort of thing because they want to stay in the narcissist's good graces. Judas, he exhibited a narcissistic type of behavior. He betrayed his teacher, his friend, Jesus. He went and told on Jesus to Jesus's enemies, the Pharisees, the ones who wanted him murdered. Okay? He was a flying monkey for the Pharisees. I know some people didn't quite look at the biblical situation like that, but I'm going to go there. This is my opinion, and I'm going to go there because the Lord moves on us in so many different ways, even through our little opinions every now and again. You see, the flying monkey's going to carry information. You don't necessarily know if you're that flying monkey yet, if you are the enabler, okay, yet, until you start seeing the tears that come down someone's ass. Until they start saying, what are you doing? Are you doing that mama's bidding now? Are you doing our former friend's bidding now? Oh, you're back on that side? You're taking the information that I've given you and you're going back there and you're telling them everything. You know I don't deal with him. You know I don't deal with her. Oh, you get a kick out of the jokes that they make about me, huh? You think they're funny? Well, wait till they turn on you. Oh, the flying monkey. See, once again, I'm in good graces. I'm carrying information. Hey, they promised me something. I'm good. But it's funny because a lot of those narcissists, they end up playing a trick or two on those flying monkeys. And I've seen that sort of thing take place. Oh, we might be on the outside looking in saying, oh, she got some good ties with so-and-so. You know, she's connected. I mean, you know, after all this bidding she's done, I know that she's going to get A, B, and C. And then one day you hear about the major fallout. You hear about how that flying monkey is no longer the favorite. Because, you know, the favorites can be, the golden children can be flying monkeys. You see, they can carry information to and fro. Because once again, you got something that I want. Some of those flying monkeys are narcissists too. That's why they get along so well. Until somebody says, wait a minute, hold up. I'm not getting anything from this individual, because remember, narcissists are looking for narcissistic supply. And it's going to be hard to keep it cushy and wonderful and nice and good with a fellow narcissist. Excuse me? What? Are you giving me? Are you giving me? Oh, now there's a big blow up. I can't get supply. Okay. Some of you all, you know, former addicts. You can't get drugs off of each other. Uh-oh. You start wanting to cut each other. You start fighting over money and everything else. So you got a taste of what are the flying monkeys. Okay. For those individuals who don't know. Now you know. But they are protecting, though, the narcissist, the malignant narcissist. It's a shocker for some people. I can't believe that you would do this. After all I've done for you, after all I've told you about that person, and yet you're going over there. Well, remember now, unless you got something that you can supply the flying monkey with, unless you know how to turn the tables a bit, the flying monkey is going to stay loyal to that narcissist who does not like you, who doesn't want to be around you, who can't stand you because you cut off supply. You see, what are you giving me? Says that flying monkey. What have you done for me lately? I mean, the matriarch of the family has been doing this, that, and the other. What does it benefit me to stay loyal to you, victim? Matter of fact, I get much pleasure in insulting you, in listening to the gossip, in supporting the lies of the narcissist. You see, this is the reality of that enabling person, that one who wants to be in the narcissist's good graces. So the flying monkeys, they don't see any evil. They don't hear any evil. They don't speak any evil against the malignant narcissist. Unless, of course, the narcissist ends up doing something very, very bad. Okay. Takes something away. Embarrasses them. Hurts their children. Uh-oh, now we got a problem, right? It's not so friendly anymore. On another website, facesofnarcissism.com/2015, there is an article entitled, "Are You Being Used as a Flying Monkey for a Narcissist?" Okay. For those who don't know this term, once again, flying monkeys are people that a narcissist uses to do their bidding, right? Now, the narcissist will not attack you publicly, according to the article, in any way. Usually they don't. Because remember, they're about looking good. Okay, I'd have to question whether a person is truly a bona fide narcissist if they're willing to just go all out and just show off and just act like a fool in front of people. Okay, because most narcissists are about protecting their self-image. They want to look good. But then privately, as this article mentions, they carefully choose people that are going to share the evil strategy, evil plan, go over there, hurt somebody for me. Okay. They have their people that are going to go out there and say and do the awful. Okay. Narcissists have a dark energy. They recruit people who also have a dark energy. Okay. Now this, I'm not reading from the article. I'm just stating from personal experience. Okay. Because they know that people of light, they have a heart, they have a conscience, and no, I can't pick her because I know she's not going to go out there and say what I want her to say. I know she's not going to do what I want her to do, but I'm going to pick him because I know he's capable. I know that he could care less about people's feelings. He's going to go over there. He's going to say, he's going to do. That's why I like him. I'm going to keep him close. So they may even, give, the troublemakers, the flying monkeys, some money to do some things. Okay. There are those very violent, very disturbing type of narcissists. Okay. That don't mind taking some people off this planet. Okay. And then of course that would also label them as antisocial as well. Okay. So go into the article. They select these people the same way they choose you. They are experts at reading people and realizing who will make an easy target and a puppet. Okay. So the weak-minded in the family are easy targets. See, the narcissist may call, ooh, this one's weak and I can't stand him. And then you on the outside looking in are saying things like, well, if you can't stand him and he's so weak, then why is it though that every now and again you're reaching out to him for some help, for some assistance? If he's so terrible, if he's so bad, why is it that you don't mind having him be a part of a project or what have you? You know why? Because for the simple fact is that stronger narcissist knows that the weaker narcissist, he can get some supply from. Okay. And the weaker narcissist knows that he's going to get paid, or he's going to receive a gift, or he's going to, receive some perks out the deal. So there is that type of dynamic that's going on. You have the stronger narcissist and the weak narcissist. So they read who is weak, who's the easy target, who I can get some work from, who I can get some money from, some gifts from, what have you. They also know who won't. So they avoid those people they can't easily use. So why should I pick up the phone and call him? Because I know he's not going to come around. Exactly. Because he knows how you like to use people. And why should I bother with her? Because, well, I know she ain't coming over here to do this, that, and the other. Exactly. She's not, because she knows you. She knows you very well. You see, and some of you all, the narcissist in your family at work and elsewhere very well. That's why you make sure that you get ghosts. You get gone. You are nowhere to be found when that narcissist is lurking around and looking for somebody to help them once again with something. Okay. Narcissists usually choose other lesser narcissists who will enjoy attacking you, or they choose very empathetic people who believe their stories. Okay. Now this is the part where the Christian gets caught up. Okay. You say, well, she's a Christian. She's a believer. How in the world would she get hooked up with some narcissist? Okay. Some self-absorbed, selfish individual, because she heard the stories. She believed the stories. I was one of those. Matter of fact, somebody told me the other day, people are drawn to you because you're one of those nice people that will go out of your way. Right? Okay, so you have the narcissist in your camp. The narcissist tells you these stories, pulls on your heartstrings, and you're just like, oh my gosh, let me help you. Let me do this for you. Right? And then you don't realize that you're a flying monkey, because they were telling you those stories so that you would have a certain judgment, a certain attitude toward that bad person that the narcissist considers is just so bad. Right? So you fall for it. They choose very empathetic people who believe their stories and honestly believe they are supporting an innocent person. That's why some of you all got hooked up with the narcissist, right? Because you thought he was innocent. You see, innocent until proven guilty. You thought that she really needed some assistance, so you let her in. You thought that this person was really a sweetheart, really charming, really nice, really this, that, and the other. And turns out that loser problem. Okay. These flying monkeys then proceed to stalk you and report back to the narcissist again, either to be mean or because they think they are helping the wronged party. Okay. So let's say that you're the victim. You end up getting caught up in the web of the narcissist. You go back and you report every single itty bitty thing that goes on. Okay? You think that you're helping. The narcissist just set you up to do their bidding. I didn't want to be the one that reports back. I didn't want to be, like the secretary to him. I'm his wife. I'm his boss, or I'm his assistant, or whatever, right? I'm not all of this other stuff, but you became that. You became that because you believe those stories. You were sitting up there, you were just eating up those stories. And so this is what she did to me. And oh, let me tell you about this. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I went through all of this stuff with my parents and grandparents and my aunts and uncles, and your pity just went out there. You see? Now, some of you all, you saw through it early on, so I'm not talking to you. But some others, though, who are listening to this message, I am talking to you. Because you got played like a fiddle. The pimp of a narcissist played you. The player of a narcissist played you. The hustler of a narcissist played you. You got played. And it hurts when you find out that you've been deceived. And so then you want to go around and you want to start deceiving others. Okay, you want to start playing a game because you went through. But that's not the God that we serve. He doesn't want us going around here deceiving people and turning into narcissists and turning into, all sorts of flying monkeys and whatever else, helping the wicked witch, because that term flying monkey actually came from the Wizard of Oz. Okay, where those flying monkeys were out there, and it's witch was putting them up to doing all sorts of things, harassing Dorothy and, her friends. Look, this isn't a game, my friends, and this isn't a make-believe story. This is people's reality that they're living in. And it hurts them to see that they are being used and abused like they are by these malignant narcissists. And some of them are quite aware of what they're doing. Don't be deceived. Some of them are quite aware that they're being used. There was one particular uncle, I see him in the spirit, used repeatedly. And he knew he was being used, but he needed money. Okay? So, yeah, I'll tolerate the attitudes, the negative conversation, the verbal assaults. I need this money. You see? So some people will be the flying monkey, be the servant, be the go-boy. Okay, they'll be that to get something and then they're out. But then you got some who they don't have a clue. Like some of those believers out there. They don't have a clue. You're being used. She keeps telling you all this stuff that's happening to her because she's setting you up for that request one day. Can I get some money? She's telling you all of this because one day she's going to need you to work her shifts. She's going through all of the motions right now because she sees something that she wants from you. Okay? Jesus. And what you got to do is you got to right away be unavailable. Nope. Soon as it comes up, do you think? No, I'm sorry. You got to be 2-3 steps ahead. Listening to stories. Oh, you're busy. You got a lot of work to do, don't you? Some folks, they don't know how to get up out of the situations they're in. So you got to learn how to open up your mouth and tell the narcissist. It doesn't matter what they're holding over your head. Matter of fact, you might have to tell everybody before the narcissist tells everybody if it's a secret. Oh, they already know. I remember when a narcissist wanted to use something against me. I said, oh, let me update you. It's in a book. Huh? Yeah. You thought that I told just you that information? Huh? Really? No. Everybody knows. You see? Tried to use my children as flying monkeys. But my children were already aware, long aware of the games that people play. You see? And it hurts too when a child's being used because, see, children, they are not in the know of all of what we know as adults. So they're just like, well, that's mommy, that's daddy, that's aunt, and that's uncle, and I love them. Yeah, but you're being played, little boy, little girl. But sooner or later, when you get older, and I remember when I was younger, my own mother had spoke to me about another relative and told me, oh, you don't see the games that she plays, but one day you will. And then as time went on, yes, I got to see, but then I also got to see how that same individual was playing my mother, even during times when my mom thought that she was up on the game, you see. Oh, you know how some of our relatives don't want us to mention them, but I'm a mention because I know that time and time again, some of my relatives who I have mentioned, they have been a blessing to some of you all. Okay, the pimps, the players, the hustlers, and the nice folks, the good people in the family as well, who they just meant well. My mother meant well. She always meant well when it came to her mother during those early days in her youth, because her own mother said that she was always running from me, always doing this and doing that. Okay. But it hurts when a child goes through so much. They're used in so many different ways. And then they don't realize things until they're much older. And then by that point, they've suffered immensely, mentally, physically, and possibly spiritually too. Because sometimes people will use the church. They'll use God. They'll use spiritual abuse to control, you see. And so you got the flying monkeys who may not come in an evil, demonic, dark way, but in a spiritual way, in a way that appears to be of light when it's really of darkness. They're hiding behind the Bible and God and Jesus and all things church sounding to get you to do their bidding. And so when you see this happening, you can alert relatives. You can say, well, you know what, Mom, I'm noticing that Grandma, she's up to her slick ways again. I'm just giving you the heads up so that way you'll be prepared to say yes or no. Or I just want to let you know, sister, that Dad, he is saying some things that are pretty awful. And they're about me. Please don't fall into that trap because he is miserable and you know how he is. Or brother, just want to let you know that our brother, he is up to causing some problems again, and he wants us to go and bail him out of another situation. Okay, you can do that sort of thing. That's not gossip. That's being straight up a peacemaker, because you know that some of these folks, they don't want to be drawn into anything, and if they find out that that's what's happening, they might end up wanting to hurt somebody. Okay, so when you sound the alarm, especially with your emotional relatives, your relatives that are ready to beat somebody up, that's a good thing that you let them know that, look, I don't want you going to jail behind this, but this is what's about to go down, you see. And then, of course, if you're that one that no, you're not so bold to pick up the phone or go up to someone or tell them, listen, this is what's going down or this is what's happening, you can always pray and you can always talk to somebody who will reach the ear of that narcissist. And you can share the kind of information with the flying monkey that lets the narcissist know, because the flying monkey is going to carry information back. I'm aware of you. I see you. I know what you're up to. And God uses me all the time to do that through these messages. Some folks got turned away just looking at titles because I know what they're up to. God showed me years ago. This is the game plan. This is how she plays. This is how he plays. Okay. And so when you know that this is going on, here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to feed into it. I don't want you to be the one that gets emotional. I want you to know that these are your enemies right here. And some of these folks over the years, I didn't even dream that they were enemies, but they were. The Lord showed me. I asked. I said, reveal. And sometimes it's those people who you thought were close to you that turn out to be the enemies. It's those people who you thought would have your back that turn around and stab you in the back. It's those people who you believe are sold out for the one true God, and you find out they're sold out on their flesh and what makes them feel good. You know, it's not about God. It's about what they want, when they want it, how they want it, as I've said in many audio about narcissists. It's their world. All you are is like that decoration, that somebody has hanging up in the living room or the bathroom or something. It's just there for visual appeal. And then when I feel like using it, then I'm going to walk over to it and grab it and use it. You see, that's the way the narcissist thinks. Ultimately, all these pawns in the game are just what they are, pawns. And they will sacrifice a pawn to get to a king in a minute. The gold digger will do it. The pimp will use his prostitute. Okay. The CEO will throw his assistants under the bus. You got some military officials who will do that with the privates. So I thank you, Joe Jordan, for reaching out. And I thank you, Lord, for just once again showing me some things. And I thank you, listeners, for being supportive, for sharing the word about these sorts of individuals. They are nothing to play with. Once again, this isn't make-believe. This isn't fairy tales. This is the real world that we're living in. We are in the last days. We're dealing with all sorts of people that we never knew existed or we didn't have names for back in the day. And these people are getting stronger and stronger because they're feeding off of weak folks in terms of spirituality when it comes to the one true God, but very strong when it comes to dark energies and dark forces and just dark all around. So we pray these people to Jesus Christ, that they will be saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled before they leave. And even if we don't see the results, doesn't mean that God isn't working. We trust in the one true God. We ask that the Lord build a hedge of protection all around us as we're walking, riding, driving. We ask that the Lord will keep the demonic entities out of our households, will reveal those that we do not know are demonic. We ask that the Lord will give us the spiritual armor, Ephesians 6, to fight with. And most of all, we don't play into this flying monkey type of behavior. We just don't do it. They're out there, they're recruiting, and don't be one of them. Thank you as always for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen. Once again, thank you, Joe Jordan, for reaching out. Blessings to you all, and to God be the glory.